What secrets are hidden in the world's most abandoned places? Greetings, I'm Enigmadness, your guide on this dark journey into the world's most mysterious locations. Today, we'll explore the eerie, forgotten places that hold dark and horrifying pasts. From ghostly islands to desolate towns, these abandoned locations will leave you questioning what might still linger within their crumbling walls. Make sure to stay until the end, because the number one place will leave you speechless. Number 1. Hashima Island, Japan. Located off the coast of Nagasaki, Hashima Island, also known as Battleship Island, was once a thriving coal mining community. But when the coal industry collapsed in the 1970s, the island was completely abandoned, leaving behind a decaying ghost town. Buildings stand in ruins, their interiors frozen in time, filled with remnants of a once bustling life. Throughout the years, visitors to the island have reported eerie experiences, claiming to hear disembodied voices and see shadowy figures wandering through the crumbling streets. Many believe that the spirits of miners who died in accidents or from harsh working conditions still linger, unable to find peace. Could these hauntings be the restless souls of the island's tragic past? With its rich yet disturbing history, Hashima Island has become a popular destination for paranormal investigators. Some believe the energy of those who suffered there remains trapped, creating an unsettling atmosphere. Are these supernatural sightings genuine? Or is it simply the haunting atmosphere of abandonment that plays tricks on the mind? Number 2. Poveglia Island, Italy. Located in the Venetian lagoon, Poveglia Island is infamous for its dark and sinister history. Once used as a quarantine zone during the bubonic plague, thousands of sick and dying people were sent to the island to live out their final days in agony. Later, the island housed a psychiatric hospital where stories of brutal treatments and experiments emerged, further solidifying its reputation as a place of horror. Today, Poveglia remains abandoned, but many claim that the souls of those who died in torment still haunt the island. Ghost hunters have reported eerie voices, shadows, and even sightings of ghostly apparitions wandering through the ruins. Is Poveglia's tragic history to blame for these paranormal encounters? Although access to the island is restricted, its reputation as one of the world's most haunted locations continues to draw curiosity. Could the restless spirits of those who perished here still be trapped on Poveglia? Or are the stories of hauntings merely the result of its terrifying past? Number 3. North Brother Island, USA. North Brother Island sits in New York's East River and has a grim history that matches its isolated and decaying appearance. Once the site of a quarantine hospital for patients with infectious diseases, it later became infamous when over 1,000 people died during the General Slocum steamship disaster, washing their bodies ashore. The hospital eventually closed, and the island was abandoned, but its dark past continues to haunt those who visit. Urban explorers and trespassers report an overwhelming sense of sorrow and dread while on the island, with some claiming to see shadowy figures walking among the ruined buildings. Could these be the spirits of those who perished during the hospital's operation, or the shipwreck tragedy? Paranormal investigators believe the island's haunted reputation is well-deserved. Despite its history, North Brother Island remains off-limits, adding an air of mystery to the haunting tales that surround it. Are the ghostly encounters real? Or do the abandoned structures and tragic stories create an environment that sparks the imagination? Number 4. Great Isaac Cay, Bahamas. Great Isaac Cay is a small, remote island in the Bahamas, known for its lighthouse and the tragic story of its disappearance. In 1969, the two lighthouse keepers mysteriously vanished without a trace, and their disappearance remains unsolved to this day. With no signs of foul play and the remote location, their fate is shrouded in mystery. Since the disappearance, locals and visitors have reported strange occurrences on the island, with some claiming to hear disembodied voices and see ghostly figures near the lighthouse. Many believe the spirits of the missing keepers still wander the island, searching for answers to their untimely fate. Could the unexplained vanishings be connected to supernatural forces? The island remains abandoned and off-limits, but its eerie reputation continues to attract those intrigued by its dark past. Are the reported hauntings real, or is it the lingering mystery of the keeper's disappearance that fuels these ghostly tales? Number 5. Bouvet Island, South Atlantic Ocean. Known as the most remote island in the world, Bouvet Island holds a strange and unsettling secret. In 1964, a lifeboat was discovered washed up on the shore, but no crew or passengers were ever found. The lifeboat was in good condition, yet it seemed abandoned, raising countless questions about its origins and the fate of those who sailed it. Despite extensive searches, no trace of the boat's occupants was ever discovered, leaving the mystery unsolved. Could Bouvet Island hold other dark secrets hidden beneath its icy surface? Some speculate that the lifeboat may be linked to secret government activities or undisclosed operations in the region. The island remains uninhabited, its harsh, icy conditions making it nearly impossible to explore. Is Bouvet Island a natural enigma, or does it hold secrets far more sinister than we can imagine? The lifeboat mystery continues to captivate those who dare to explore its cold, lonely shores. Number 6. Palmyra Atoll, Pacific Ocean. Palmyra Atoll may seem like a paradise, but it has a notorious reputation for bringing misfortune and mystery. In 1974, a couple was murdered on the island, sparking rumors of a curse. The atoll's isolation and eerie atmosphere have led to various paranormal reports, with visitors experiencing strange occurrences and feelings of unease. Palmyra's dense jungle and remote location only add to its unsettling charm, as people who visit claim to witness unexplained phenomena. Some even report feelings of being watched, with some attributing these strange happenings to the spirits of the murdered couple. Is there a curse? Or is the island's dark history enough to spark paranormal activity? Although uninhabited, Palmyra Atoll continues to draw attention from paranormal enthusiasts. The island's eerie past seems to manifest in ghostly experiences that no one can fully explain. Could this tropical paradise be hiding something far more sinister beneath its beauty? Number 7. Clipperton Island, Pacific Ocean. Clipperton Island, an isolated atoll in the Pacific Ocean, is the site of a tragic and violent history. Once home to a small settlement, the residents were left stranded when supply ships failed to arrive. Faced with starvation, desperation took hold, leading to chaos, violence, and death among the remaining survivors. The tragic events culminated in murder before the survivors were finally rescued. Today, the island remains abandoned, with the decaying remnants of its former inhabitants left behind. Many believe the spirits of those who perished still roam the island, unwilling to leave after such a violent and desperate end. Visitors report eerie sensations and ghostly apparitions, adding to the island's dark and tragic aura. Could the spirits of Clipperton Island's doomed residents still haunt its shores? Or are these tales merely the result of its violent and tragic past? As one of the most remote islands in the world, Clipperton's dark secrets remain hidden, waiting for those brave enough to explore them. Number 8. Deception Island, Antarctica. Once a thriving whaling station, Deception Island is now a desolate, frozen wasteland. Abandoned after a series of volcanic eruptions, the remnants of the outpost remain as eerie monuments to a forgotten past. The island's location, surrounded by glaciers and harsh weather, has made it nearly impossible to revisit, but those who do speak of strange sounds and sights. Some visitors claim that the island's abandoned buildings echo with ghostly whispers, and sightings of shadowy figures have been reported near the old whaling stations. Could the spirits of whalers who perished on the island still be present? Or is it the harsh, remote atmosphere that plays tricks on the mind? Although Deception Island is abandoned, its haunting past continues to attract explorers. The combination of isolation, harsh conditions, and eerie history makes it a prime candidate for paranormal activity. Are these ghostly encounters real? Or is the island's desolate beauty enough to inspire eerie tales? Number 9. Isle of the Dolls, Mexico. Deep in the canals of Xochimilco, Mexico, lies the infamous Isle of the Dolls, a small island covered in thousands of decaying dolls. The legend behind the island tells the story of a man named Don Julian Santana, who discovered the body of a drowned girl in the canal and began collecting dolls to honor her spirit. After his death, locals claim his spirit took over the island, and the dolls he collected began to move on their own. Visitors to the island report eerie encounters, hearing whispers and seeing the dolls shift positions. The unsettling presence of these rotting dolls hanging from trees and scattered across the island only adds to the creepy atmosphere. Is the island truly haunted by the spirit of the drowned girl? Or is it the unsettling sight of thousands of dolls that inspires fear? Despite its dark reputation, the Isle of the Dolls has become a popular tourist destination. Visitors come to experience the eerie atmosphere for themselves, but many leave convinced that something supernatural lingers among the dolls. Could it be Don Julian's spirit? Or are the tales of hauntings nothing more than urban legend? Number 10. Elliðaey Island, Iceland. Elliðaey Island, located off the southern coast of Iceland, is a remote and uninhabited island with a mysterious past. The island is known for its rugged terrain, harsh climate, and striking isolation. It gained notoriety in the mid-20th century when it was used as a location for a controversial experiment. In the 1950s, Elliðaey was the site of a covert government experiment involving isolated living conditions. The goal was to study the effects of extreme isolation on human psychology. A small group of volunteers was brought to the island and lived there for several months. The experiment, however, ended abruptly and under mysterious circumstances. The participants were evacuated, and the island was abandoned, leaving behind only a few remnants of their stay. Today, the island is known for its eerie atmosphere and haunting silence. Visitors to Elliðaey report unsettling experiences, such as strange noises and unexplained sightings. Some believe that the residual effects of the psychological experiment have left a lingering presence on the island. Others are drawn by the island's isolation and the mystery surrounding the abandoned experiment. And so, we've reached the end of this chilling journey through these haunting yet captivating places. Each location, steeped in tragedy and mystery, reminds us of the immense power of time and abandonment. But remember, these stories don't end here. They linger in the shadows, waiting to be rediscovered. If you've enjoyed this eerie adventure and crave more tales like these, don't forget to like and subscribe to join us on our next quest for the unknown. Until next time, brave explorers.